I mean, like 3 frames a second. What's going on? Hang on. I better. I thought I had this in windowed mode, but maybe not. Let's just double check. Full screen mode off and apply. Oh my god, you're a jerk. Let's just keep Keegz. Okay, so I can. For some reason, I can see the bottom of the. I don't know why I can see that. Yes, I do. Okay. I can see the thing underneath. I don't know if you can see it. Never mind. It's fine. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm bum. Xenon here. Ow. Welcome to Euro Truck Simulator. I've just finished playing The Girl and the Robot, and it's not very good. I was afraid it might not be. Thing is, the reviews for it are relatively good. So I was surprised when. I wasn't surprised. I was disappointed when it turned out to be not very good. It was buggy. Graphics were poor. Gameplay was boring. Puzzles were boring. There was no intro. There's no voice acting. So yeah. Is it fixed now? Hopefully it's fixed now for you. Fingers crossed. You should see relatively close to 30 frames per second. Call that Xenon a witch. Call it Xenon as a witch with the moving pictures. The moving pictures! Let's take a job. Quick job, because that's all I can do. What's the furthest I can go? I want to go from Germany. Sort by route length. Where's the route length? I never know. I never know how long it takes or how far it is. I can't even see the. Am I missing something fairly obvious? Hey! Starter dude! Say hello in chat if you're on chat. Starter dude. Let it be a lesson, kids. Only support AAA developers when it comes to games. Go to Hull, the most depressed place in the UK. Birmingham, London, Cambridge, Felixstowe, Dover, Southampton. I can move it. Okay. Sheffield, Liverpool, Grimsby. Grimsby, surely the most depressing place. Edinburgh, Glasgow. I'm way up in fucking thing now. I don't think I can go to Hull. Cardiff, Swansea, Southampton, Dover, London, Felixstowe, Cambridge. No Hull there. Liverpool, Manchester. I think Hull's around the middle somewhere from my very basic and very poor knowledge of geography. Grimsby's by Hull. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was in the middle somewhere. What do we got in Grimsby? Well, that's not grapes. What the fuck? Why can I not go there? Oh, I can only go from here to there. Actually, oh, I see. Okay. Well, what about if I take one that takes me near there? Go to. Oh no, here we go. What's this one? No. Oh, there's one. That'll take me to the UK at least. I want to go up here. I don't think there's got to be any that take me up there. No, there isn't. Okay. No. None that take me up there. That's alright. We'll go to the UK. We'll find one that just takes us to the UK. Take some grapes to the UK. Or whatever it is we're doing. Reservoir tank. Take it. Clacton on Sea. Sounds fun. Prince Bait exhibit videos. Xenon, this is Starter Dude's alt. He is banned from this chat. I don't know who Starter Dude. Oh, right, okay. Hello, Starter Dude. Man, I'm getting like 20 frames a second. What's going on here? Oh my god. None of the frames. Fuck 'em. It must be because I'm running in full screen mode or some shit. I don't know. Let's go to the window. Oh, I've already connected. Let's go. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna need to change some settings. Because last time I played this, I think I played it with the keyboard with a steering wheel, and so I changed everything to like to do that. How do I change the gameplay for the gearbox to auto? Transmission type. Here we go. Simple automatic. There you go. Job done. To be fair, one of the devs did promise a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, with No Man, I mean, people are like, oh, you gonna play No Man's Sky? I'm like, no. No, that game looks fucking awful. I mean, it looked awful before it like even came out. And to be honest, I have no reason to think it was going to be otherwise. Like, the only reason I might have played that is someone gave me a free copy and said, could you play this for me on the stream? I'd be like, okay. But, fuck, how am I going to get across here? God damn it. So much so Steam are offering refunds regardless of time played. Ooh, that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Maybe we'll talk about that on the podcast tonight, Keegz. Come on. Fuck it. Go and pray. Meow. Have you heard of the caveat on that, though, Keegz? I haven't heard of it. Tell me, I want to know. I love the UK. We actually drive on the proper side. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side of the actual truck, though. That's the problem. So what are the qualifiers for No Man's Sky for getting a refund? I mean, it's nice that they gave like unconditional refund, well, not unconditional, but you know, refunds regardless of time played. But what are the conditions for that? I just saw the other article this morning. I haven't read so far into it. I haven't looked at any news for the past fucking 2 weeks. I mean, slack. Too much D&D stuff. Now, what's the button for cruise control? Are these? None of those. I'll have to fat finger it. Well, apparently people can't repurchase it later because their account code is removed from No Man's Sky's end and cannot be reapplied. Oh, interesting. So if it gets better later, you won't be able to rebuy it. Although, to be honest, how difficult is it to fucking register a second Steam account? Plus, if you're at the point where you're like, yeah, I'm getting my money back for this, your chances are you're probably not going to buy it again. Well, there's always a chance that it'll get better later, but I can't see it happening. Hello, boss. I was just thinking about the girl and the robot and the fact that they don't talk at all. I'm like, in the early 2000s, then they did. I mean, they didn't do a lot of voice acting anyway, except on maybe the AAA games. So maybe it's like a stylistic choice. I mean, to be honest, I think it's a budgetary choice. But maybe they never wanted to have voice acting in it because it was a stylistic choice. Maybe that'll ruin it. It also makes it more internationally friendly, I guess, because you don't have to do voice acting for multiple languages. Oh, we're going to get off here. So I wonder if that was a stylistic choice and they were never really going to put voice acting in, or whether they intended to put voice acting in and then just realised they couldn't afford it. Because they only raised like 30,000 Canadian dollars, which is, I'm not sure how much that is in real money. What would the benefit be if you have to rebuy it anyway? Keegz, I'm guessing that the reason they don't allow that is so that you can't play the game now, get your enjoyment out of it, and then get your money back and rebuy it later when it's on sale. They could have put some subtitles in it though. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. So this guy, I mean this team, whoever they were, made the game for presumably 30,000 Canadian dollars over the course of 3 years. So obviously there was not a lot of money to go around. Well, no, don't know how much voice acting would cost. I'm guessing it's fucking expensive. Oh fuck! I forgot the controller. Shit. When I run into things, the controller goes. Brrr. How's it go? Brrr. Heading through the European countryside. Yeah, it kind of does feel like a little bit vindictive. Saying no, you can't rebuy our game, but at the same time, I sort of understand the logic behind it. I don't think it's going to be an issue for most people. They're going to go, yeah, this game is shit. I'm not going to be buying it or playing it, so it's not going to be much of an issue for them. But it's good to at least know what some of the caveats are. Seems like lost revenue for the dev for me. I don't really see it as a game you'd put hours into and then think, oh yeah, I'll buy it again later. Yeah, that's pretty much it. How am I going for fuel? I'll make it easily. Easy. Yeah, No Man's Sky. It's not. I mean, it's sort of a game that would appeal to me if it was more polished, but there's too many ugly bright colours. It's like I don't really like that sort of thing. I can understand why other people like it, and if you do like it, then you know, great for you. I'm glad that you like it and you enjoy it. I'm not going to begrudge you that, but it's not something I'm interested in. Which is why I didn't buy it. I'm certainly not spending money on that. WePlay podcast is on tonight, I think. Keegz and I haven't spoken, but I'm presuming that it's the night for it. So I'm guessing we're podcasting. I've looked at no news this week, so I'm well prepared to give my uninformed and totally illiterate opinion. I have a friend who likes it and explained to me why he liked it, but I think it's a very small group. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a niche market sort of game. Shit. There we go. That got blown. I feel like it's a niche market game that got blown up into a wider audience, or a game that promised to be a much wider audience sort of game, and it turned out to be anything but. Also, the developer didn't really help. He was always on TV going, oh yeah, it's got multiplayer. Well, he didn't say that in so many words, that's the part of the issue, but he insinuated that it would have multiplayer. And in fact, I think he outright said on a couple of occasions that yes, you'll be able to be in the same place at the same time and see each other and essentially have multiplayer. But it didn't. That never eventuated. And I don't know that they've actually said anything about that particular issue. Can't wait to have Keegz die live on air. Me either. But perhaps not for the same reasons that you are. Apparently Keegz still has a cold, so that'll be fun. I think I'm more or less over mine now. Fingers crossed. I'm still a bit phlegmy, but I don't feel shit all the time, which is a plus. Oh shit! Oh wow, the brakes are so good. Go! Oh, clunk. We're all good. Come on. Come on, Bessie. There we go. Hello, Captain Suicide. It's a fine nickname you have there. So, on my channel, I've got a bunch of videos that are sitting there waiting to be edited and uploaded. They're basically all of the streams where I recorded the stream because all my streams are really low quality and shit. I've recorded the stream, so what I'm going to do is re-upload them in better quality because I've recorded them. I've got to edit them, that's the problem. And also upload them because they go for like 3 or 4 hours. The file sizes are enormous, which means I can't really watch. I can't basically watch things on Netflix while they're uploading because shitty internet. hopefully soon. Oh, cut off that car. I will have decenter internet. Callum says, did you play that anime game thing yet? Yeah, Keegz, did you play that? Whatever it was called, Age of Titans or Attack of Titans or whatever it was, whatever it's called. I saw you tweet last night that you were going to play. You were going to play last night, but can you hear that? Wow, 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 wow. It's my fucking controller. Every time I run over the ripple strip, it's like. Tested for about 15 minutes, but I haven't probably started yet. Okay, so maybe Keegz will play that tomorrow. And all these cars are so slow. Yeah, Keegz was sick. Keegz fell sick. Poor Keegz. Finally at the point now where I don't feel sick and shit all the time. So now it's Keegz' turn. Keegz says, I did learn it's very much a console port and I have to play with the controller because my word are the keyboard controllers fucking stellar. And I'm hammering this truck. I'm doing 125 clicks. Wow. It's another thing with that fucking Girl in the Robot game is that like it felt very much like a console game. Like like checkpoint saving. That's a console thing. Controller. All the controls were in controller language. There was no options. Like there was really fuck all options there. Like no music, no nothing. This is all stuff I think that Unity does pretty much by default, so I don't know why it's not in there. But I'm guessing they probably wanted to cash in and try and get their money back. Like, I feel for the guy who made it, or the team that made it, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, this is not really good enough in today's game market. Also the glaring problem of not being able to actually play it when you first started up. 10 minutes trying to find the attack button. It's Jay, fucking Jay, who even does that? No mouse support. Jesus Christ. It's J for Japanese anime attack #1. J for jab. J for Jesus Christ. What fucking button should we use? Press J to pay respects to Kevin Spacey. So if you've just joined in, we played The Girl and the Robot this morning, and we played it for about an hour, and it was pretty bad. Like, it's buggy, graphics were poor, everything about it was like a 4 out of 10. So we decided to axe that. I probably won't even re-upload that. I'll probably just let the upload stand as it is. So that was fun. Is this the new Hunger Games? Because we seem to be mocking Jay. Someone put Callum in timeout for his bad puns. Yeah, so that was a solid 4 out of 10, that game. I don't like giving numbers to things, but in this case I really don't care enough to give it a higher score, or to give it, you know, even as due diligence. I was like, played this for an hour, went, this is boring. I don't feel any attachment to this game at all. Oh, very punny. NBN are asking for another 20 billion to finish the rollout. Oh, I thought everything was on track and on plan, and there was it wasn't costing more than we thought at all. Fucking dickhead retards. Government is run by fuckwits. Keegz, we should do a State of the NBN, like post, like you know, item on tonight's podcast, because I feel like, fucker. I feel like that. I feel like we should really address the current state of NBN in Australia, because it's, I mean, you've got it, but you've got real NBN. I'm not going to get real NBN. I'll get shitty NBN if I get anything at all. And just sort of, like, I'd like to come up with some facts and go, here's all the shitty shit that here's all the stuff that they said they were going to get. Here's where they've all failed. Because I'll have more than a few examples. Clonk. If a form of entertainment is entertaining, that's shite. Exactly. Keegz has a biased opinion. Name a government that aren't fuckwits. There's probably some. I feel like countries like Finland and Sweden probably have better governments than we do. But I mean, I actually know very little about them, so maybe not. Folks, we all over that shit. He's deep into political stuff. Yeah, but getting him to actually come on a podcast is nigh on impossible. Him to do anything is nigh on impossible. So, the monarchy, yes, fine form of government, the monarchy. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here somewhere. Oh, oh, oh. Jet trucks coming through. Fucker. This can't cut me off. Joshua Pro 6 says, I love your Shack Tack shenanigans. I love my Shack Tack shenanigans too. I actually played yesterday, but I didn't have much fun. Yeah, every now and again you'll have a session where just like either you die early in like almost every game, or you just like it's just not a lot of, I don't know, just not a lot of fun. So, but I mean, it was still okay. I still relatively enjoyed myself. Not that way. Back it up. Keep the vids coming. I'm trying to. Like, I'm trying to do one a week. As at the moment, I'm struggling. I just don't have a lot of time to fucking do them anymore. Like, I used to just, I used to sit down. There was one stage where I was, oh, excellent. Whoa, I don't think I've ever had excellent before. I barely hit anything. Oh, wow. I feel fancy. Alright, let's take another quick job, but let's take a long job. I don't want to be fucking stopping and studying. How did I get down here? Why can I not get to the fucking UK? God damn it. Okay. Well, apparently that's the longest one I could take, from Innsbruck to Osnabrück. Diagonally part of ST sounds like it sucks. Oh, it's not that bad. Like, if you're the... That's just illegal. You probably can't see it because of shitty quality, but it actually says illegal on the front of that truck. Like it's a brand. That's good. Yeah, it's not that bad. Like, sometimes you're like, you die early and, you know, that sucks. If you're in a co-op, it really sucks because you don't get to sort of play again for probably like half an hour at a minimum. It used to be you didn't play at all. Like, you know, 3 or 4 years ago. Probably not 4 years ago, probably 2 years ago, we were at a stage where if you played in a co-op, there was no chance of rejoining. There was no way to rejoin. So you'd play for like, the co-ops generally would go for 2 to 4 hours, or sometimes 5 or 4 hours. Oh fuck, I've gone the wrong way. Shit. Fuck! Turn around! Turn around, bright eyes. Everybody turn this truck around. There we go. All good. Yeah, you wouldn't play for like 3 or 4 hours because you died early. But now we do regips and stuff, so it's not so bad. Yeah, we pretty much changed that. I mean, there used to be a rule you didn't regip at all ever for any reason. But we kind of changed that so that people could actually play. Like, if you joined late, there was a stage where nope, you couldn't play anymore. It's like, oh, that's a bit awful. But yeah, now we sort of like we'll play a co-op, and if you die, then you pretty much sit in spectator and like laugh with everyone else who's died. And it also gives you an overview of the mission, which is cool because you can actually see like a top-down view and third-person view of what's going on, and you get a much better sense of what was actually happening as opposed to what you thought was happening. So yeah, it's not so bad. Kind of need to rejip it in Arma 3 since the player count isn't as high. Yeah, I mean in Shack Tack we don't really have that issue because we basically have a minimum of 60 players at any one time, and generally it's probably higher than that. So yeah, it's less of an issue for us. I imagine if you are like 10 player count missions or 15 player count missions, it'll be pretty sucky. It's also good having admins who sort of steer people towards, you know, doing what they're supposed to be doing, other than just sitting there and hunkering down, not realizing that they're the only ones left alive and everyone's waiting for them to die or do something amazing. I know there was a lot of redeployment in the Vietnam theme missions. Yeah, I mean, not particularly in the Vietnam missions. I think you've probably seen them because there's more of them and they tend to make for more interesting videos. Should I go on the outside? Yeah. Take the racing line. Let me overtake this fucker. Two of them. It's a twofer. Pray that there's no cars coming, otherwise we're all fucked. Yes. I think I'm in the Alps somewhere. I've no idea where I am actually. I've got a sat nav thing, but it doesn't tell me where I am. You should join, Keegz. Yeah, Keegz, you should join. Keegz loves Arma. Compared to Arma 2, you guys have a lot less dudes playing at the same time. During the heyday, like the DayZ craze, we were at one stage. We had 120 people per mission, and that was obviously a lot. And we were actually at the point where if you go up over 100, then we were actually at the point where if you join late, then you can't join because there's too many people. The engine just wouldn't handle it, or the server wouldn't handle it. Not because the server wasn't beefy enough, it's because the netcode that they had in Arma 2 just wasn't made to handle such high player counts. And we did things to try and mitigate that, but in the end, the netcode was never good enough. But the odds of getting into ST is pretty slim. Yeah, they're not high. I mean, you can go and look at some of Dyslexy's blogs and his webpage, and it'll give you some statistics about how, you know, what your chances are of getting in. Well, not what your chances are, but what the number of people get in versus the number of people that are turned away versus the number of people actually stay in Shack Tack after, you know, X amount of time. It's pretty slim. I got in May of 2012, so I've been there for more than 4 years now, and that was at the start of the sort of the DayZ craze. I think Killeroy released the Days Ahead videos probably like a couple of months beforehand. I can stop moving now. So yeah, it was. I think I was lucky. Well, not lucky. I mean, I'd played Arma before. I think I had the right mentality, but I can't really say what actually got me in. Like, the right attitude gets you in more than anything else. Captain Source said I never made it past PFG. Kilroy's missed. I don't know what happened to him. He came back for a little while, and Beagle actually came back for a little while as well, but they didn't stick it out. So I don't know what's happened to them. Like, we never unless they say something, they never really. They say when they're leaving or when they're coming back. So I know Beagle was busy for a while with his XCOM stuff. So. Stung to death by bees. Maybe. Beag's been really busy of late. I've seen him. He's posting a lot of stuff on Twitter, but I don't really watch his streams because I'm not interested in XCOM. So, does he still use Shack Tack names for all of his people? Am I famous somewhere and I don't know it? I know at one stage he was doing a stream and there was like 800 people in his stream, and my name was on one of the players that were playing, or one of the little character dudes. I think I got shot at the first opportunity, or I got left behind or something, I can't remember. I still watch his and Jamble streams. Okay. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I don't really watch it. I'm not into XCOM very much, or at all, actually. And it's pretty much all he does. Like, I think he enjoys it, and he's got a lot of loyal followers who like XCOM. So, you're actually kind of famous in XCOM. Something of a badass. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. I know at one stage, yeah, I got left behind, or I was shot, or something happened to me, and I was like, oh. And then I don't think I got revived. But that was like, we're talking about 2 years ago. That's before he went all XCOM corporate. But yeah, I'm glad to see he's doing well. He's got his own channel up and running, and it's quite popular. So good for him. So what does Jamball stream? Does she stream XCOM as well, or does she stream other stuff? Like, she never posts on Twitter, well, very rarely. So I don't really see very much of it at all. So many people coming here to watch me play. I presume you don't. I'm presuming you people aren't here to watch me play Euro Truck Simulator. You're probably here to listen to me talk about, I don't know, I guess Shack Tech and gaming and the podcast maybe. So if you're not aware, we're doing a podcast tonight. It'll be in about almost exactly 12 hours? Yeah, 12 hours from now. So if you're keen to listen to me and Keegz and Milky talk about games and bitch about Australian internet for about 2 or 3 hours, then tune in about 12 hours to this channel, and you can listen to us. We'll be on our 51st podcast. We did a special podcast last week. What's going on here? Fucking construction. Fuck that shit. Get out of my way. I'm a truck and I'm coming through. So Lineman says they both stream whatever they feel like playing and don't have their set XCOM or RPG games. Oh, okay. I actually like to watch them for. I think they stream on Twitch too, and I'm not on Twitch very often. Oh, that's right. Weren't they doing D&D or something? Didn't they? When they going to do a D&D stream? Did that actually happen? It's like D&D on Sunday and XCOM on Friday, sponsored by Firaxis. Yeah. Okay, so they do D&D. Do. Deagle's stream starts in an hour. Oh, okay. Interesting. I might go and check it out. Yeah, I figured it was on Twitch. They stream, it seems like mostly on Twitch. Do they get many viewers? Like, what's their average? I'd be interested to know. I did actually fire up his stream like probably 3 months ago or 6 months ago when they were doing, I think he was playing XCOM or something. Been a fair number of people watching. I don't know what he does. Like, I don't know if he does it full time or whether he works some of the time. I mean, probably people on here will probably know better than I would. XCOM's about 800 people. Other rooms are 400. Fucking hell, that's a lot of people. It's 12 like you. Is it more than 12? 800. So it's more than 12. Nobody needs to know the exact number. All we need to know is it's more than 12. Yeah, so he's successful. I mean, I actually like listening to him talk. He's quite funny. And he's got that sort of voice that you actually listen to. Please don't come down. Please don't come down. Please don't come. Yes. Hammer straight through. Where are all the cars? He says as he runs into a car. I haven't really seen many cars coming in that direction. It's much more sparsely populated out in Germany or wherever the fuck I am. Yeah, so I'm trying to do more Shack Tech, or at least keep to one video a week. Like last week, I was struggling with sickness and also just being tired all the time. Like, I mean, I hate giving excuses for that sort of thing, but it's pretty much exactly what happened. I was like, Tuesday nights generally when I do the editing, like I'll start probably about 8 o'clock and go through till about 12 or 1. But I think Tuesday night I was so tired, so I just sat there and dicked around in Rocket League for a couple of hours and then went to bed. How fast is that truck going? It can. I mean, I've seen it as high as 125. It'll probably go faster than that. Lineman says most of my streams are about the people I watch, not what they're playing necessarily. So that's why I'm here watching Euro Truck after all. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do wonder why people sit here and watch me. I'm guessing they would like to listen to me talk about different things. So. Rather than watching stuff, which is pretty much why I watch people stream too. It's like I'm less interested in, unless there's something I specifically want to watch someone play, then I'm pretty much there for the person, not for the game. So, oh, as a text in kilometers an hour means nothing to me. Okay, so 100 kilometers an hour is about, I think, 65, 70 miles an hour, roughly, something like that. So 120 would be like 85 miles an hour, I guess, something like that. 80 miles an hour. 100 kilometers an hour is 60 miles an hour. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so 60 miles an hour. I find it like weird that oh shit, I've got to turn here. Brakes on this is pretty good. I should make it. Yep, hammer into the corner. Accelerator down. Yes, perfect. I find it weird the imperial system for measuring anything, like having 38 degrees as being the freezing point for water, and then I don't even know what the boiling point for water is in actual, or it's like 140 something. Like it makes more logical sense to me to have freezing at 0, because it's the lowest number without going into negatives, and you know that's as cold as water could be before it starts freezing. So that's to me is logical in my head. The same with 100 degrees being the boiling point. Like that's as hot as you can have water before it starts to boil and turns into you know, a gas. So 32 F for freezing. Yeah, so that's like weird. Why 32? I mean, I'm guessing there's a reason behind it, but it's just like, why 32? Why not 30? Why not 10? Why not 0? Like you're making these numbers up. Why not make it 0? So I'm guessing there is actually a reason for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have picked 32 of all things. And the same with like speed measurements. Like 100 kilometers an hour is basically like 100 kilometers an hour. I think is the speed you can see this sign there. It says 100. 100 kilometers an hour is basically the fastest speed you can do in most places. Like if you get out on a highway, you can do 110. Various places have, you know, places where you can maybe do faster, but 100 is like the default, you know, fastest speed you can do. So that kind of makes sense to me as well. Britain's weird and uses both. Yeah, I only learned that like about a couple of years ago. I think I watched it on QI when they said when something's really hot, they say it in Fahrenheit, but when something's really cold, they say it in Celsius. And I'm like, that's weird. Can you hear that buzzing noise? It's the fucking controller, which I plugged in because I thought I'd need it for the Girl and the Robot stream. And it's whenever I go over the ripple strip, it's like, I've got to get off here. Osfart. I thought Osfart was a place, but I think it means exit in German. Or Australian fart if you're in Australia. Yeah, metric for everything except distance and speed. Yeah, that's kind of weird as well. Like, why does Britain have this sort of like half and half system? Aspart. It's a joke in Germany. Yeah, so that seems weird to me that they do it that way. But I guess if you've been doing it that way, you never know any different. It's never really an issue for you. So, but I like to tease people who use the imperial systems. Like, you should probably use metric because it makes more sense. And then we get to a fight. Black eyes, punches are thrown, names are called. We have both on milk. Oh, do you? Okay. Oh, that's the other thing. Like, just to have another dig in America, they have an imperial system for measuring volume, like ounces and stuff like that. But rather than use like for larger stuff, in metric we have like a liter, so a liter of something. But in the US they also use the liter. Why? Who the fuck knows? I think they like Lita more. German humor, that's a thing. Yeah, so why do you use the liter? Why not the quart? I guess yeah. I hate stuff that's not uniform. It's like I'm very slightly OCD when it comes to that sort of thing. It's like, no, it has to all be the same. Fucking make your decision and stick with it. Look at you, Britain. Coming up with some twisty stuff. German humor is very insular and funny to Germans. What's insular? Insulting? How far to Ozfart or something? Threw the S's in my racing truck. Wow. Tex has just said something. I'm struggling to read it because I'm going around corners. Completely off topic, but can I get a shout out for my wife? Just found she's pregnant. Hey, Tex! Fist bumps for you! That's cool. Congratulations. Do you know how far along she is? Is it like, was it a surprise and she's actually like, 20 weeks pregnant, or is it something that's only happened recently? Oh, insular as far as they get it. Okay, I see. So it's like, it's a joke system that only they sort of understand. I guess it happens when you've got a language all unto your own. Like a lot of language-based humor in the Commonwealth is sort of works across boundaries because it's in English. When you have to start trying to translate stuff, a lot of stuff gets lost in translation, or is like culture specific. But then you find at the same time, I find a lot of jokes happen in two different places. Like there's a joke. I'm trying to think of one, but nothing's coming to mind at the moment. But there's say there's a joke in Japan about a subject, and they have their own joke, and then in a different place they have the same joke made up about at the same. They made the same joke, but not because they heard it from somewhere else. They came to the same conclusion. So sometimes it does work across culture. Takes me busy. Oh shit. What did Tex say? Second World War was actually just a joke. We just didn't get it. Okay, I'll call him. When you control 2/3 of the world's landmass, your humor kind of spreads. Well, there is that too, yes. Can't wait for those 2 AM mornings. Yeah, oh, it's 2 months you've been... Okay, well that's... You're not too far along. You've got a ways to go yet. Speaking of someone who's been through it all. But to be honest, I had, like... I hate to gloat, but I had it pretty easy. Like, we did not have any major scares. We didn't have any major issues. Like, we had some minor issues, but in the grand scheme of things, they were pretty minor. Like, my girlfriend had some complications, but we knew about them very early on, so we were able to plan for them, and we knew that she was always going to have a cesarean, simply because it was far too high risk to do it otherwise. Bloody hell. Stop making noises. What do I do with this thing? I should unplug it. I can't even put it anywhere. There's nothing to put it on. It's just going to sit there and be noisy. Fighting is funny on a universal level. Yeah, so we were lucky. Like, we didn't have any major scares. We didn't have any major problems. The only real thing that was unplanned was her waters broke about 4 days early, like 4 days before she was planned to have a cesarean. But even that was pretty minor. Like, we just got in the car and drove down to the hospital and said, "Oh, we're here," and I was like, "Right, well, here you go." And it was all done through private hospital because we pretty much had to do it through a private hospital because of our not our pediatrician. What do you call a guy who delivers babies? I guess he's a gynecologist or an oncologist. I don't know what he's called. But anyway, yeah. So that was probably the only issue with it. I was afraid there might be complications from the operation, but it all went really smoothly and there were no issues at all. So yeah. My other half wants to have a kid, but I enjoy my lax life too much for one yet. Yeah, I was not keen to have a kid either, and to be honest, I would not have another one. I mean, I love my son, but I would not have another one. one's more than enough, and when you get two, it gets exponentially worse. So, yeah. Then. Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, I'm glad I've done it, but yeah, I wouldn't have another one. Oh, we can't have another one now because of the operation she had to have. She had to have a hysterectomy, so we're not having another one now, regardless. So, but yeah, it was. Oh, we go 137 kilometers an hour. I'm fucking moving. Look at this guy. He's fucking way outpacing me. I must be on autobahn. Someone hit the fucking accelerator button. Okay. I've told her to wait till I'm 30 and it gives you a few years. Yeah, I said the same thing. I was 31, I think, when we had Benjamin. Yeah, 30. Yeah, I think 31. So, but I still wasn't keen, even then. Like, oh, 139? Come on, you bastard. Yeah, I wasn't keen to have kids. I'm not a particularly kid-friendly sort of person, but Benjamin's pretty awesome. He's pretty low maintenance. There's not a lot that needs to be done there. Yeah, the only thing worse about having a child is like, yes, I've actually done a sex. Oh, Callum. Oh, shit. There we go. That's 139. I almost clicked over 140 clicks there. No, it's trophy for I kept a human alive. That is I suppose that's the point. I've done my part. Fucking oh shit! I'm understeering like a fucker. Sorry. Oop. I got a bit top heavy there for a second. Yeah. So, congratulations, I guess. You've got many sleepless nights to come. I mean, the worst thing that Benjamin had was he has asthma, like fairly minor, and it's like easily treated by Ventolin. But the first time he had asthma, he was really bad. We didn't really understand what it was, and neither of us really suffer from asthma to any real degree. I think having sex is the most important. Possibly. Certainly the most fun part of it. Getting up at 2 AM in the morning to give him a bottle and change his nappy, that's not much fun. That's the less fun part of it. But it's still good. Oh! There we go. Taught that bus a lesson. You're welcome, Tex. If you need any fatherly hints, ask someone else. I'm really not the person to ask. All I do is well, he's like 2.5 now, so I don't really do very much at all. Change his nappy occasionally. Like, he pretty much sleeps through the night now, so that's not much of an issue. Like, we had a stage where he was, he'd wake up at like 12 and then wouldn't go back until 3, but even that only lasted like probably a month. And it was on and off, so basically like, I'd do one night and my girlfriend do the other night, so it wasn't that bad. Like, it was annoying at the time, but looking back it could have been worse. What's all this sex talk, says Lampos? At least you have someone who makes sure you're okay on the toilet now. Yes, exactly. Quite right. He's always opening the door and asking if I'm okay. But yes, I'm fine, thank you. Close the door. That's always what you need when you're on the toilet. Someone double checking on you. We've got 189 kilometers to go. Joshua's dispensing medical advice. Yeah, 2 months you won't know. It's not fully formed. Actually, I think in 2 months you could probably go either way. So. Oh, you saw the heartbeat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, my girlfriend was really teared up when she heard the heartbeat. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. He has a heart, that's good. But yeah, I didn't get particularly emotional about it. Heart of Stone and all that. 140 clicks! Fucking moving now! But they're in no time. I'm obviously on the autobahns because the other cars are fucking flying past me. A little strobe light inside a peanut. Let's take the inside line through here. I don't need to get off, so that's good. Yeah, I'd probably suggest, I mean, unless you really, really want it, don't bother getting one of the 3D images things either. Like, it was like, it's nice to see, but it's expensive, and it doesn't really tell you much more than like the regular ultrasound will. Like, but if you want one, then obviously knock yourself out. Oh, it's gonna be slippery. There we go. How do I turn the windscreen wipers on? There's L for lights. K, J, I, P. There we go. P. P for windscreen wiper. P for it's pissing down. I think when I hear my child's heartbeat, my fiance will be all emotional. I'll be like, "Shush, woman! I'm trying to watch the Xenon stream on my phone." Nice, nice work. Oh shit! It's gonna. It's slippery. It's slippery. Hard to maintain 100 km/h plus in a truck in the rain. How fast does a fetus heart beat? It actually beats really fast, like 170, 180 beats a minute. Considering my wife with 3D printing one for 9 months, I don't want to spoil it with a 3D sonogram. Yeah, I didn't like. I didn't see much point of it. As it was expensive. It was like a couple $100 for one. I mean, it's nice to have, but I've seen other people's and it's like, yeah, they all look the same. So it's like, look, here's a baby. They could have just give us anyone from anybody's baby and be like, oh yeah, nice. It's not like you're gonna look at it and go, that's not my baby. Really fast when he's here to walk you into one of those clinics. When he hears you walk into one of those clinics. I find it hard to see. I wish the windscreen wipers would. Oh, there we go. We can just double tap it and make it go faster. That's better. I could hear the truck slipping on the road. I'm gonna become a cropper here in a minute. So what else have we been up to, ladies and gentlemen? I haven't done a D&D update in ages, so we've now done 17 sessions of the current group that I'm playing with. What were we doing? Look at this. So we finished the current campaign like 2 sessions ago, and then started playing a new campaign. It's like the same characters, but just a new campaign. Oh shit! I'm gonna crash. There we go. Oh, oversteer. It's all good. It's all good. Hold on to it. Yes, I'm gonna get off here anyway. Oh my god, what are you guys fucking talking about? Coat hanger abortions. This is where I need to fucking wrangle my chat. Keegz says, wide words from a drunken man once. Watching your missus give birth is like watching your favourite pub burn down. I wasn't even there when my son was born. Because we had the cesarean, you can't go in while that's happening, so I was actually not asleep, but I was laying on a very uncomfortable bed in the hospital, waiting to find out what was happening. Oh, we're getting very slippery. We're almost there. We're in Osnabrück. Found the Volvo truck dealer. Fantastic. So it's up here on the left. Oh, I'm not going to be able to stop in time. Come on. Stamp on those anchors. Here we go. So, that's odd. My stepdad was allowed with my mum when she had a cesarean from my brother. What? So many things wrong with that sentence. Must be the next one over. Okay, let's skip the parking because parking is boring. I did a reasonable job. Yeah, I am reasonable. I did have a bit of damage, so. Alright, we can do more long distances. We can do high value cargo, fragile cargo, just in time delivery, or eco driving. Let's do long distance. We like more distances. I think I had to reset this at some point, and now all my stats are reset, so that's a bit of a bummer. Oh yeah, let's go to the UK. Sweet. Gone from communist French to the Ook. She had my brother. I'm drinking. Okay, yes. Well, I thought they meant that it was a brother. Never mind. Okay, let's go. Why is it always raining in France? Why does it always rain on me? All this birth talk is really odd. Yeah, the tech started. Blame him. This way. I'm driving a Merc, it looks like. Okay, let's go. So, yeah, DD. What are we talking about? Yeah, so we've had 17 sessions now, which is weird because we only started in like April, so we've done that all in like the space of about 6 months. Tex is excited. Well, you should be excited. However, like, you know, try and spread your excitement out because otherwise you burn out too easily, too early. And fuck, how do I get across here? I don't even know what's going on here. Okay, I'm just going to cut across and fuck everyone else. Yeah, so the current group is they still have all the original members. They basically found the mayor of the town. You might remember that they were basically being attacked by the mayor of the town, and then he disappeared for ages because he was trying to get reinforcements to try and attack Imon and take over. They thwarted that, and then he attacked them in a apparatus, like a mechanical thing, and they killed him. And then he told them that he had a bomb. He planted a bomb in the city, so they had to go and try and find the bomb. They found the bomb. They put the clunk. But they put the bomb inside like a special bag that they had. They called a Hewitt's Handy Haversack, which is like an extra dimensional bag you can put stuff in. They put the bomb inside there. The problem with that was that they had two extra dimensional objects inside each other, which if you look at the rules, it actually causes an extra dimensional hole and puts them through. So they got sent to another plane, and that's where the campaign ended. So then they what did they do? Okay, so they got sent to a different plane of existence, and they had to try to figure out where they were and why they were there and how to get back, which they sort of did all in one session. I thought it was going to take 2 or 3 sessions, but no, they basically shortcut right to the end. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was surprising. So they made it back to their plane of existence within one sort of session. And then the last session, which is the one we just did on the weekend, they had to figure out where they were because they didn't get transported back to the same place that they left. They're actually in a different country. So they had to figure out where they were and then call for help and then try and get out. So they actually were attacked by 3 different things in the last session. They were attacked by a Hydra, a Assassin, and a Green Slud. So that was kind of fun for me. Our cops here used a bomb disposal unit to deliver a bomb to a rampart. What? Hang on. I don't know what's going on in chat. We're talking about bombs now. England is a dredge depressing rock, but it's our dredge depressing rock. England is a lot like Tasmania in terms of weather. It's cold here most of the time. It's wet. The weather's not fantastic. Oh, I'm not gonna fit. Oh, I am gonna fit. Ha! I'm gonna thread that needle. Wob, 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 wob. They conquer most of Europe. What did the Brits do? Conquer tribes with guns against spears. Yes, we did. Well, I say we, not me, but... US police bombed a dude using a robot when he started shooting cops. Wow. It's not the way that I would dissolve that situation. I think probably tear gas and smoke probably do as good a job, but I wasn't there, so I have to say the police in the US are not the best. They're copping a bad rap recently, but I think they're getting worse. Can't wait till you guys have predator drones hanging up above the states. Yeah, I mean, part of the problem is the police, and part of the problem is the population. It seems like the population, not just in the US, but everywhere, is just getting dumber. Oh! Hey! Hey! I'm driving here! Jesus Christ, man. 125 clicks. Now I'm moving. It'll make the next guy who thinks about shooting cops really think, though. Yeah. Whilst fighting off the whole of Europe, Lempos... Oh, hang on. Driving. It's like, this is like texting and driving. So, while fighting off the whole of Europe, Lempos more than twice the Spaniards and the French, the two largest empires. Hang on, let me slow down a bit. Other than the English, had tried to join together and invade us and failed every time. Yeah, British pride. One of the big cities next to me has an MRAP. They use at the PD. I've actually seen stuff like that. It was like a like an armed, like not a tank, but like a light, not a light tank. It's not even a tank. It's like an 8-wheeled fucking APC thing. And it's like, why do you need that? I mean, is the place that you are like a war zone? If it's not, then no, you don't really need that. But you know, you do you. And you might need that when if Donald Trump becomes president. Although that's looking less and less likely, thankfully. I'm actually starting to think that Donald Trump might actually have some mental issues. Not mental issues in a haha, you're a mental idiot. I mean, he actually may have some like mental like it's been theorized that he may actually have Alzheimer's, like a mild form of Alzheimer's. I think it's because his father had it, or someone in his family had it, and it usually hits you in around about sort of 60 to 65, and he's currently 70. So it's been sort of theorized that may be the case. So if that's the case, that would essentially disqualify him from being president. That may not necessarily stop him from being president, but that would, you know, disqualify him. Well, if you start digging now, then you can become an island in only a few years too. Exactly. The town doesn't need it. The state doesn't need it. Outside of the National Guard, exactly, and the Army. So, why do you have them? I mean, Australia doesn't. I mean, we have an army, obviously, but like, there isn't like a reserve, what we call reserve forces, which is kind of like a National Guard. They would do National Guard duties in Australia if such a thing was required. Although in times of like emergency, like flooding, for example, or if we ever had a hurricane here, which we basically never have, then we have an emergency service called the SES, the State Emergency Service, which basically deals with that sort of thing. It's kind of like firefighters and ambulance guys, and not police, but yeah, essentially firefighters and ambulance that are only rolled out in times of emergency. So we don't really have a militarized emergency force. Imagine if the NSH got taken down for health insurance, and police were issued guns. The UK would oh shit! Oop, sorry, car. UK would throw an absolute fit. Yeah, it's a different mentality though. Like, I've thought about this at length, you know, over the years, and there's no. I don't think there's any one reason that the US is the way it is and the UK is the way it is. But I can. Shit. Oh, hard on the brakes. There we go. I think I was going to make it through. There's a giant bus in my way. I have a theory that, like, one of the reasons was, and I think I've spoken about this before even, when people from the UK immigrated to the US or invaded the US, basically all the industrious, all the adventurer type people moved. They left. They went to the UK. They went to the US because that was what adventuring, you know, outdoorsy type people do. So that's why you have that sort of whole mentality, and it started very early on that you basically defend yourself and you do your own thing. Whereas in the UK, it's all sort of like, you know, don't fuck up our shit. No, you know, everybody's quite polite to each other. Nobody wants to, you know, upset the status quo. So I think that's one of the reasons that, you know, the US is the way it is and the UK is the way it is. We have dogs trained to sniff fruit. Take that, terrorism. Yeah. Don't you diss our fruit sniffing dogs. I'm still amazed my country can participate in all these wars or other bombings and occupations. It was the poor and the Irish. Yeah, I mean, it's like this. I don't know. Like, I think it was all the adventure type people, because all the people who didn't want to, basically, didn't want to take any risks, stayed at home, and all the people who were big risk takers left, and that sort of describes the UK and the US. Fuck, I've got to get across here. Oh god, it's like a double length fucking thing. There we go. And that kind of, yeah, it basically describes the UK and the US, but now it might just be, you know, a coincidence and not even not accurate, but maybe. But yeah, I've often wondered why, yeah, the US is getting to the state that it is. I also wonder how long they can claim to call themselves the, you know, the best country on earth or the luckiest country on earth or whatever it is they call themselves. It's like, well, what by what, you know? I mean, I think every country, no matter where you live, or what country you're from, you think your country is the best country. I mean, a lot of Australians say it as well. It's like, well, yes, in some respects, yes, but in other respects, no. So, a lot of the history of the UK was the place to get colonised, so aren't we like that too? Who knows? I think different mentality. The weather, I think, plays a part. When it's dark and dreary, it's hard to have a war. It's hard to get out of bed. It's my theory, the weather. Phase Sevenfold Silence has just subscribed. Hello, Phase SFF, whatever your name is. Welcome to the stream if you're in the stream. If you're not in the stream, then no welcome for you. What time is it? 9:43. I was going to remember to do a job at 12. The only thing where the US is better than any metric is the US's military. They're worse than everything else. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of reasons to like the US, but at the same time, the US has this sort of duality where there's lots of money in the US. There's lots of opportunities, but however, that's offset, or not offset, but that's contrasted by all the places who do not have money and do not have any opportunities. So, yeah. But I guess it's human nature to champion the parts that are good and gloss over the parts that are bad. Hard to keep it high average, yeah. I've got toasty that I haven't eaten. It's been sitting here for like 2 hours. More than 2 hours actually. It's been like 3 hours. Cold Vegemite toast. Any first world country is great if you're employed. Exactly. Oh, sure. I think a lot of people who say the US is number one have never been anywhere else, so there's really nothing to compare it to. They look at places on TV and go, "Oh my God, it's an awful place. We're much better than that." It's like, well, go to Finland or Sweden or any developed country that isn't the US, and you'll get some perspective. And it's like anything. Like there are places where, even in Australia, where it's an awful place to live. Like a lot of places in the Northern Territory, I would never live. Like there's really only, I would really only live in capital cities because I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. But that's personal preference. Though there are plenty of places in Australia where you can live in, smaller towns and it's fine. But how do I get off here? Is there an off ramp? Oh, here we go. Yes, exactly. Like healthcare was the big sort of thing that I pointed to when anyone said, US is number one. It's like, well, do you have universal, do you have healthcare? And I think a lot of people in the US are just surprised when, like, before Obamacare came out, and even that's been neutered. Before Obamacare came out, and they realised that, a lot of other countries don't have to pay for their, or the country's citizens don't have to pay for their healthcare. And I think that was like a massive surprise to a lot of people. It's like, well, how do you pay? I was like, well, I don't pay. The government pays for it, as every government should. And they're like, what? And this is glossing over all the the debt that the US has to various places, like 16 trillion or whatever it is. I think it's the largest amount of debt like in terms of country's debt. I think it's the largest amount of debt owed to anybody. Cut this guy off. Oh. Man, I'm hard on the brakes there. Isn't the entire world in debt though? That makes no sense. The entire world can't be debt. Can't be in debt. Somebody's owed money somewhere. We say Australians are racist beer drinkers, but I don't know. I don't know. Like I hesitate to call us racist, or even beer drinkers. I mean, like I think the Germans drink a lot more beer than we do, but we're seen as beer drinkers. So, I don't drink beer. Hey Darren, how you going? We're playing Euro Truck Sim and bitching about the state of the world. Apparently we are the most racist country in the world. Who said that? Although I do look at some of my siblings and or parents sometimes and go, really? Like that's not okay. That wasn't okay to say 10 years ago or 20 years ago. It's certainly not okay to say now. Australians are basically racist against, I guess, Aboriginals. It'd be the big one. I guess because we don't. I mean, it's like it's a racism that's like it doesn't cause wars or fights or anything like that. Really, it's just like sort of ingrained racism that's always been there. It's a sort of racism that slowly gets better over time, in terms of it gets less and less. Well, actually, okay, well, I'll give you an example. In the 1970s, we had a TV show called Kingswood Country, which was like this Australian iconic sort of sitcom TV show. It was like humor based, and the guy on it was a grumpy old bastard, and that was sort of his, his spiel. He was, he was old and basically like an old grandpa telling people to shut up and be, just be like that. And one of his one-liners was when this guy came in, who I'm guessing must have been Greek. I don't know because I haven't actually watched the show. Oh shit! Engine malfunction. What? And one of his sort of one-liners, one of his funny things, that was it's something they did every single show. Like it was like a one-liner that he'd say every single show. Was when this Greek guy would come in and like he'd try and get something out of the fridge, like a beer or a drink or something. I think. The old racist guy would say "money on the fridge walk," as in put the money on the fridge, and it was sort of like it was one of those things that was perceived to be okay at the time, like using the N-word in America 100 years ago, but it's like you look at it now and go, oh, shit, oh fuck, I'm almost out of fuel. Here's a good place to pull over. Petrol over here. Yeah, so that was his one line. He'd say money on the fridge walk, and it was perceived to be okay at the time, I guess. Nowadays, you could not say that. I do actually wonder if they sell it on DVD, and if it's edited out. Why can I not get fuel? Here we go. I used to have a gollywog when I was a kid. Yeah, and now I think they call them golly goshes. And my mum actually called it, like she made something for Benjamin the other day, and she called it a gollywog, and I'm like, I don't think you can call it that anymore, Mum. But at the same time, I'm loath to sort of say, you're a racist prick. Stop saying that. Because people always take offence. Especially if it's something they've said for years and years. How am I going for sleep? I could probably... It's night time. I could probably keep driving. Yeah, so, I mean, I do wonder if this show is even, like, on DVD, if they edited it out, or whether they just let it go. KKK Keegz. Yeah, so that's an example of the sort of racist attitude we had, 40 years ago. I still hear people say it in anger now. I'm like, really? Maybe it's because the white people of Australia do not have a racist slang against them, or at least if they do, I'm not aware of it. And I don't think I'd take offence to it. At least I don't think I'd take offence to it. I don't know. I'd have to have somebody call me at first, and then I'd find out. Yeah. So, white person privilege. I have a word for Middle Easterners. I haven't heard it for years now. I think in the 70s and 80s, or maybe the 60s and 70s, we had an influx of people from... Fuck, I can't remember where now. Where was it? I think it was from... Turn that light on. There we go. I'm struggling to remember. It's from it's a fairly small country. and I think it's a country that's since been renamed, and I can't remember what it was. But we had a slang, racist slang term for them as well, and I didn't, I didn't enjoy that very much either. I think I'm almost there. Oh no, I took it ages ago. Shit. Oh, this is where I got in the boat. Yes, going to the UK. Where was Perker? If they're Pakistani, they're Perkers? Doesn't seem racist to me, but then I'm not Pakistani, so... Well, I guess it's all how you use it, so... Hang on. The thing that bugs me is that while I'm all for stopping racism, etc., I'm not racist, but it works both ways. A lot of a lot of people that call something racist don't seem. Oh shit! Believe it or not, for the most part, racism has no place in Texas. I think racism has any part anywhere. I enjoy I'm not racist, but I enjoy casual racism. Keegz. Keegz is the worst. Give me his casual racism. Let me try and... Oh, not go in there, apparently. Go this one. Yeah, I got this one. Oh, fuck, this one either. Okay. Spin on Persians. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Except for a few diehard old school rednecks who are pretty lax. Yeah, I mean that's my opinion of Australia, but apparently that I don't share that opinion. Or that opinion is not shared. We had everything from Mexican to Indians to Polacks. Poland? Polish? Racist jokes are okay as long as everyone knows their jokes. If people take offense to it, I don't think it's okay. I mean, like, I've heard racist jokes, and I've probably even told racist jokes at some point. But it's something I try not to do. Hey, Vic. Let's see if I can get in here. Oh. Oh, there's an invisible wall there, apparently. Where's the fucking... Oh, we're about to go into the channel. The channel. Going from Calais to Folkestone. 35 minutes. 300 euros? Fucking hell. Keegz, why you don't play with me when I was drunk? Is that you fucking texting, bloody Steam messaging everybody? I was in the middle of playing D&D and then my brother gets a Steam message saying, you want to play something or other? From Victor. Oh shit. What have I done? I've turned into GTA. That one. There we go. We're a country of banter. Racist jokes are a part of that. I don't think racist jokes should be a part of that. Racism is not really okay for under any circumstances. I think the only time like racist jokes are okay is when... Actually, no, even then it's not okay. It's not okay at any point ever, really. Like, I have friends who say, oh, because my friend who they're making the joke about is there and he laughs, it's okay. And it's like, well, that person does not speak on behalf of an entire, culture or, race. So, not really, no. Was that a message to the WePlay group as a whole on Steam? I don't know if it went to everybody. I did get one. And Photos got one. And I'm guessing Keegz got one. So. Talk about the casual racism all day, every day. So in other news, I've been... What side of the road should I drive on? Not this one. Rookie mistake. There we go. Right. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? almost 10 o'clock. $241 kilometers to go. Failed already. I kind of did, didn't I? I could have just gone round. But then if I did that, I'd know a bloody car would come along. A Beagle's Twitch chat telling them about your stream. Tater Tots and Kilroy and Cypher said, oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, shit. Get on the right fucking side of the stream. There we go. I might jump on once I'm finished streaming and say hello to everybody there. There's 800 people in there. I'm probably not going to be heard, so... Press randomly my friend list, I think, and send around 40 people messages. Don't twitch and drive, Xenon. I'm not twitching and driving. I'm texting and driving. Or reading text, at least. It's not quite the same. It's only legal in certain countries. Please don't question anybody. We all know the Queen room, but what? You can get that reference. I'm getting really shitty frames for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because I'm running it in a window. I'm guessing normally I'd do full screen, but when I was full screening earlier, I was getting a slideshow on the XSplit. So turn around, squish that sign. Now I'm on the wrong side of the road. There we go. Okay, so what else is going on? Yeah, so WePlay podcast is tonight. It'll be in 11 hours from now. Come on and listen to us talk about games and shit. The general state of the industry. Keegz and I and Milky will be there. I think, as far as I know. I haven't heard anybody say otherwise. It's a long-standing myth that a lot of Americans think we know the Queen in some way. Is it legal to text and drive in some countries? I have no idea. I'm guessing there's a country in the world somewhere where it's legal. I think it must be because you ain't having whiskey on your desk, Xenon. That must be why you get low FPS. 1 second. Perfect. As we were. Oh, it's the engine turn off button. How do I turn the indicator? Fucking that on. That one? There we go. He said put whiskey on the desk. No, I did. Well, that possibly means we're going to an Ingiri tangent again. Yeah. No. Jessica Ingiri I don't really have much of an issue with. Like, I know Milky has, like, all sorts of opinions about her. I don't... Oh, shit, I'm on the wrong side of the road again. Fuck balls. Yeah, I don't really care that much about her. Like, she seems kind of a waste of space to me, so there's plenty of waste of space in the world. I'm not going to bitch about her. Yeah, she has boobs. Who cares? Half the population has boobs. God, engine malfunctions. Come on. Come on, engine. There we go. Go! Dude, I'm merging here. There we go. If I had 50 euros, I wouldn't need advice. Why? Why? Does money give you advice somehow? My professional advice, guys, I sell my advice for... Oh, 50. Oh, I see. Okay. We demand boobs. I don't have any boobs on hand. Boobs on hand. Oh. Everyone has boobs, just half of us have shitty titties. Man boobs, yes. Yeah, I don't really care that much about Jessica and Geary that much. I don't really have an opinion on her. I haven't read up enough about her. I was aware that she existed. I now know that she makes a lot of money from doing what she does, and she doesn't do a particularly good job of everything else she's supposed to do. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's bigger wastes of space out there. She's not high on my list of people who are annoying. You don't have boobs on your desk, that's why you're getting low FPS. Boobs! Fuck, I need it again. Some sound prepared earlier. Yes, quite right. FPS haven't increased. Well, actually, they've increased a little bit. Maybe it works. What are we talking about? Boobs. Yeah, Justin Gary, I don't really care. Like, she's just a person who's more or less a waste of space. At least she actually does stuff. I mean, you have some people in the world who just, like, seem to be famous just for the fact that they're famous. And I'm like, really like, how did they get famous in the first place? So, given this, in the end, Xenon will have, what, 1 million FPS? Yes. Yes, maybe. That boss says he was afraid for a second there. Had to keep you in suspense. Whiskey and boobs. I'm gonna call this whiskey and boob stream. I can imagine the conversation. Yeah, so I want you to come in here and put your boobs on the desk for internets. Not much space left. Yeah, exactly. If there's not, like, I don't have a lot of space. I mean, it's a big desk, but I don't have that much space left. Do I need to get off here? No, this is the wrong way to go. Fuck. Actually, I can go this way. Hang on. I know where we can go. You need a stripper on your desk that will improve FPS and find a prop for one. I think I have a spare stripper. Hang on. Where's my phone? #1-800-STRIP. Didn't work. If you don't please the boob god, then bad FPS will come on. Yes, maybe. Now, I can't go very far down here, so I'm hoping that I can actually get across. Otherwise, I'm going to have to back up all the way. And bad things will happen. Right, I can just turn around here, apparently. So I'm just going to stick us in a ditch. Spin around. Okay, yeah, there's no crossing there. What? What are you doing? You're in the way. I'm gonna get stuck in this ditch and something's gonna happen. Dear oh dear. No! Fuck you. Come on. Come on, Bessie. I think I'm stuck in the ditch. Right, I may have to back up and then make a more adventurous effort. Come on, turn around. There we go. Watch out for that car. Bang. Hello. Did you know where you are there, boss? It's always weird. Yes, it's always weird here. Man, this thing's slow now. I think I've taken some serious damage. These fucking guide rails here. Look at these here. How's the man supposed to get across? I'm going to have to do lane dodging. What on earth are you doing? Well, I had to get across and I missed my exit. So, I'm gonna high beam everybody. Like, get out of the way! Oh shit, I think there's one in my lane. Nope, we're all good. Still good. Still good. We're still good. Man, there's no way to get across here. might go and jump in the emergency lane, because at least then I won't hit people head on. Yeah, this is a pretty average stream for me. Racism, models, boobs, whiskey. All in a day's work. Man, I can't get across anywhere across here. Let's I'm going in the right direction at least. At least. No idea what road Xenon's on. There isn't enough roadworks to be a major UK road. I should get the amount of money that model gets since I'm in the military. Yeah, I think, to be honest, and that's a problem with the capitalist system, really, isn't it? Is like things that people want. Oh, I can just go down here. Sweet. Taking the off ramp on the on ramp. The on off ramp. I still haven't managed to get across the fucking road yet. It's gonna be forever before I get across. Okay, still can't get across. Yeah, I mean, it's a problem with the capitalist system, isn't it? People will pay for things that they want, and things that are just needed generally don't get paid that well. So, it's a shitty system. It really should be the reverse. Come on, I still can't get across. Fuck me. I'm gonna drive the rest of the way there in the wrong lane. So what happened on the M20? I haven't heard anything about it. I know nothing. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Yes! Success! Shit, engine malfunction. Keep going. M20 is a pretty big road, as I recall. Truck crashed into a walkover. Oh. That's not good. Now we're hammering. 130 clicks in a 50 zone. And there's cameras above. Cameras ahead. Go around. Come up. This is a plot to convert the UK to drive on the right hand side of the road. We drive on the left, so our steering wheels are on the right. Same as the UK. Almost crushed as a bunch of cars. Ooh, that's not good. The normal side. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live, you always think that your side of the road is the correct side. It's weird in the in the UK you have a lot of cars that are like left-hand drive that drive on the left, which is not something that happens in Australia because basically we don't ship any cars here from anywhere else. So seeing a left-hand drive car is something you'll see maybe once a year. They're usually imported from America. So you don't drive through the horseshoes. What? That makes no sense. Everybody's waiting on tenterhooks, waiting for Lempos to tell us why it's better to drive on the left-hand side of the road. Apparently, the original law was made so you could draw a sword and strike with it if you came across bandits on the road. Well, that's a reason. It's not exactly current. Or, practical in today's terms. Oh, shit. 24% damage, that's not good. Although it also doesn't work if you're left-handed. People want daily security in their countries, Xenon, but since they rather pay for bullshit, there won't be any security left soon. In terms of what? What are we talking about? What if bandits attacked you on the left-hand side? Do you, like, cross over and cross swords? Nobody was trained to use a sword left-handed because it was considered inferior. What if you have? What if you are left-handed though? That is your stronger hand. My guy's getting tired. I've still got. Oh, I'm almost there. Got onto this and trained to lefties. Oh, it doesn't money for the military. Okay. I did not understand. Victor is Swedish and they barely have any military left. Well, they barely have any need for military. That's the thing. It's like when you don't start fights all the time and aren't pissing people off constantly, and basically just, you know, stick to yourself and stop having opinions about every goddamn thing and don't need to, you know, kill people for oil, then there's not much need for an army. Isn't Parliament just over a sword length away so the politicians wouldn't stab each other? Oh, that's awesome. The left-handeds. We have a 15,000 active military, says Victor. I have no idea what our military is like in Australia. I've probably heard somebody say it at some point. It's like, I don't know, 50,000, 100,000, who knows. Not I. We have done damaged. Yeah, damaged. Still made money. That isn't a lot for what, 12 million people? Yeah, that's enough. Oh, that is a long drive from the Netherlands to Poland. Let's do it. We'll take one more job. Oh, ass is numb. Not enough Xenon, not even close to it, sadly. Not enough for what? 23 active, 22,000 reserve. Is that what Australia has? Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. In Australia, okay. Well, that's interesting. Essentially, we have almost as many reserve as we have active. Still, I mean, 40,000 troops is nothing to... It's not a small amount. I mean, we don't go to war, so I mean, why would you spend more money on something that's never ever going to be used? If we do our job, I mean, if the politicians do their jobs right, we shouldn't need them. Yeah, straight to the red light. $32 billion budget, yeah, which is a whole chunk of change. That'd buy a lot of NBN. What I really like is the army just take a year off, and we'll save that money and we'll use it for something useful. Not including Navy, Air Force, Marines. Okay. Going through a tunnel. I like my wood grain dash. It's very swank. I'm driving a DAF, whatever that means. I wonder what DAF stands for. Does anybody got any questions they want to ask since we're here? This one's over 1,000 Ks. Wow, it's going to take me a while. Yeah, anybody's got any questions? Hit me up in chat. Answer pretty much anything, unless it's like specific Shack-Tac stuff. I can talk generally about Shack-Tac, but I can't talk with any other sort of authority. There we go, lights on. Kilometers of reserve since they're still deployed off. It's kind of silly, yeah. Here we go, 100 and... Oh, we're hammering now, 118 clicks, 119. Back up the hill. I don't know where I am. I think I'm in the Netherlands. A 1,000 Ks. How far would 1,000 Ks be? That's the equivalent of driving... It's probably the equivalent of driving from the west coast of Tasmania right down to the very south of Tasmania. That's about as far as you could go, and that might be 1,000 kilometers. It's probably more like 700, 800. So this is equivalent of driving across Tasmania and a bit. It's quite far. What did you have for breakfast? I had toast. You saw me eating it. And Milo, which I left, it was quite cold by the time I'd finished drinking it. And some orange juice, which I drank before we started. I'm on some weight loss stuff at the moment, so I'm not very hungry most of the time. Probably, like, it actually works fairly, like, reasonably well. Like, I don't feel hungry most of the time. Whereas previously, I'd be hungry all the time, pretty much. $117 clicks through town. Using the engine brake and everything. Pissing off the neighbours. Sweden ranked as 29 out of 126. In what? In terms of military force, or? In military power, okay. Well, that's interesting. I wonder where Australia ranks. Limp bosses, I'm not good at this. You're already asking questions. How much wood could a woodchuck could? A woodchuck could chuck wood. A woodchuck can't chuck wood if a woodchuck could. If a could chuck... Never mind. I have no idea. Don't have woodchucks here, so... No clue. Internet will probably tell you. Victor's going to check on Australia's military power. All our Collins-class submarines. Australia's ranked 23. Oh. We're pretty close to each other. Australia and Sweden. Fist bump for bros. Also kind of saddened by that, because, like, it's like, if everybody weren't assholes to each other, we wouldn't need to waste that money, because at the moment we're pissing money away on stuff that we don't need. Like, if people decided not to be cunts, then we could save trillions of dollars a year, but there's always a cunt in the mix. So now everybody has to spend billions and billions and billions of dollars. Man, I sound like a hippie. How does one woo the women's? Fucked if I know. Last time I wooed a woman was in 2004. Bloody French fifth. I'm actually not surprised by that. So I'm guessing US, China, maybe India? I guess going by population now, really. I don't know what would be number 4. Probably a country I haven't really thought about. Did you say UK was 6th? Okay. Throw money at them, Limpos. Yeah, if you don't have money, you don't have a car, you've got no woman, there you are. According to Wikipedia, the UK is 9th. Not that it matters since Xenon is correct there. Am I? Oh, about the... yeah. It just seems stupid to me. I kind of feel like I should be a benevolent god and just oversee the planet and like, well, anybody who's a dick gets squashed. And then we can all not spend money on stupid shit we don't need to. Or better yet, just get rid of the whole currency system altogether, and people want things, they can have them. People just work because they should work, and because it, does your planet good. I think I've turned into a communist. US, Russia, China. Oh, China's actually after Russia. That's interesting. I don't think Russia's military power is. I'm surprised it's number 2. Like, and it's such a poor country, or relatively poor country. Like, I don't really know. I mean, I think they spend a fair amount of their GDP on, or GDP profit from, just on their military, and there doesn't seem to be really getting need for it. It's one of those cases where having, like, just removing military threats would just benefit the entire planet, because, well, actually, if you just removed the military altogether, nobody had any military, nobody would be able to invade because nobody has any military. I'm thinking that what was that show, that TV show? Was the one where the whole world technologically regressed because something happened, like some sort of like worldwide event happened, and then technology stopped working. Like, there was no computers, no cars, and nothing like that. And we essentially ran out of, but we were unable to make anything, so we sort of just technologically regressed and ended up having to fight with swords. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, it sort of reminds me of that. It's like, if we could remove the military, then maybe we make the world a better place. But in that particular television show, it did not really make the world a better place. So. Or maybe it did, depending on your particular point of view. A solar flare could completely fuck most of the tech in the world. Yeah, but we could easily rebuild it, that's the thing. So, the one where the lights went out. Yes, that's the one. I can't remember what it was called, though. We were talking about it just the other day. Yeah, I am kind of a pacifist. I don't see the need for war most of the time. I mean, I understand why people have wars, but I don't... Like, it's usually because one side or both sides are dicks. If you weren't cunts to each other, then the world would be a better place. So, don't be cunts to each other. However, it is an entirely simplistic view of the world, and the world is a complex place. So, as much as I'd like to think that would work, there will be issues. Poorly made browser toolbar could take out most of the world's technology. Yes. Xenon, stop speeding. I'll be fine, Snowy. I've paid off the police. It's all good. I can't think what it's called, that show. Anybody else got any questions? I've got 800 kilometers to go. Oh, actually, what I was going to say before, I think I was interrupted like about half an hour ago. I'm going to be starting up a Discord channel. So if you have Discord or you have access to a web browser, you should be able to chat on there rather than. Well, what happens now is that everybody jumps on YouTube chat, and then we sit there and talk for a while, and then usually the stream stops, and people either finish chatting or they'll sit there and talk for a while, and then basically just log off. Whereas this would be a place where you can just sit there and talk, and even if I'm not streaming, I'll just have it open all the time, and we can talk to each other, and I'll announce in Discord before I start streaming and stuff. So just be somewhere for us to chat where there isn't anybody, we can keep chatting even if there's no stream going on. I think Russia is second because they have the military that can do very good nearly wherever they are sent. Oh, interesting. And I'll try and have a chat overlay or integrate it into the YouTube overlay, so it displays everything. So whether it's from YouTube chat or from Discord. I don't like these dudes in chat. Callum likes it when the stream ends. Then he doesn't have to talk to him anymore. Tanks 120, AFVs 2,470, total aircraft 228. That's not very many. I feel like Australia would have more than that. I'm probably completely wrong, but I I feel like Australia would have more than 120 tanks. Like, it doesn't seem very many tanks for a world superpower. I think it's not so much that, it's just they don't have the money to upkeep or fuel them, really. But, yeah. I mean, I've been watching a bunch of, well, I haven't recently, but I have watched a bunch of Russian dashcam videos, and the number of times I've seen just, like, really, really shitty, like, road infrastructure, and just looking at it going, wow, this is a country that can't even, keep its roads, you know, safe. And I sort of go, oh god, this is a country that's struggling, you know, from an economic standpoint. I'm going between this chat and Beagle's chat. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh shit! Whoops. Sorry. We have 59 M1A1. Oh, nice. Well, you know, Abrams good. Is that all we got? 59. Wow, you can stick them all in a single hangar. I'm guessing we have a bunch of APCs and other non-tank related stuff. But when I think of like going to war, I basically think of people in tanks. 227 Challenger 2s. What are they? A single Charlie can take on 59 M1A1s. 431 M11. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's not like we have one type of tank, we have multiple types of tanks. That's interesting. Acid reflux breakfast. I don't know what AS labs are. Labs, I'm guessing. Okay, so we do have a fair number of tanks and stuff, so. But I'm guessing these are all, like, probably like 20 years old. Because why would you replace them? I know there's always constant talk about us replacing our, not constant talk, but, you know, there's always talk of us replacing our air defences. I'm guessing because, you know, the only real way to get here is via air. I mean, you could go by sea, I guess, but we talk about that too, so. You played Armour, you know how bad the M113 is, literally everything. Well, the M113 is not so bad. I mean, it's awful, but it's, you know, if you had to live with it, then I guess what are you going to do? How many MLRSs do you fuckers have? What is an MLRS? Multi-layered reconnaissance something. The German MBT. You see, we're getting into like military techno speak, and I'm just like, yeah, tanks are good. I like tanks. They're big. They make noise. I like the red ones. Multi-launch rocket system. Oh, okay. Are they the things that look like trucks with like this big thing that goes and then fires the missiles? Then we got Gavin's in Beagle's chat. Fucking thing. What do I do with this thing? This is why I unplugged it, because it keeps vibrating constantly. Oh, maybe I can turn that off. Hang on. Options. Gameplay, keys, controls, I'm guessing. Force feedback is off. Joy missing. Doesn't seem to have any. Maybe it's on the gameplay. Anybody see controller? Controller rumble. Camera settings, regional settings. Nope. Nah, it's in the keys and buttons. No, it doesn't look like it's in there either. HUD controls, camera controls, other. No, it doesn't look like it has it. Oh well, we'll just put up with it. Fuck it. Yeah, so that's interesting information about Australian defences on Wikipedia. It's the fastest MBT in reverse. It's a claim to fame, isn't it? Alright, any other questions? We've got 672 Ks to go. It's supposed to be a Q&A. It's supposed to be me bitching about the state of the world. There we go, we're moving now. 124 kilometers an hour. Ooh. Oh. Has anybody... Actually, I've got a question for chat. Has anybody played the new Deus Ex yet? I've been meaning to get back to my playthrough of the original. Or the remake of the original. It hasn't happened yet. I always used to play D&D with Beagle on stream and was triggered so hard by Gavin's. Lovakian T72 updated one standards. I have no idea what you're saying. They're all words and letters. Slovakian. That makes more sense. Lovakian sounds like some sort of frog. So tomorrow I'm going to be playing probably some Skyrim. I haven't done anything to Skyrim yet, so I haven't like enchanted or done any updates or anything like that. So it'll just be as it is. Unless something comes out the next day or so that I go, oh, I'd really like to play that, then I'll play that instead. So you guys are going to sit here and talk about fucking T-72s and various tank paraphernalia, and I'm just going to be like, well, stream's done, goodbye everybody, and then you all just sit there in silence. I'll be like, I'm going to go do some work. Fair moving, I'm doing 124 clicks. BMPT Terminator. I'll make a joke about that, but I won't. We're all good. Got a bit top heavy there for a second. I thought it was going to tip over. Well, it doesn't look like anybody has any questions, so I guess this will be the last run. I've got 578 Ks to go. Come on over to Beagle Stream. Just started. Yeah, I'll fire it up and I'll probably say hello. I'm gonna go get ready for work though, so that'll be next on my list of things to do. Is that exclusive DAF interior? I have no idea. It looks like it's got wood grain. I don't know if it's DAF specific. It looks nice. I sometimes feel like I want to drive a truck just once. Like I wouldn't want to do it every day, but I feel like it'd be cool to just drive across the country once. So stream started buffer for everyone else. Fantastic. I should have pulled the plug earlier. Why didn't I finish earlier? What's the stream at? 480 bytes. See you later, Captain Suicide. Thanks for coming and watching the stream. Same time tomorrow. Oh, truck's breaking down. Just checking. It hasn't dropped any frames in the last 20 seconds or so. Oh, there it goes. Sweet. Housewives are home from dropping the kids off at school or something, I'm guessing, and are all watching Netflix on my fucking connection. Through my exchange, using my bits. One day I'm going to buy a proper microphone, like a proper podcasting microphone, rather than using this thing and constantly fucking hitting it all the time. And breathing into it like... One day. I'll get to it. Right, I need to find some fuel because I'm about to run out. Even as fast as I'm going. Yeah, I'm starting to get lost packets. I have no idea why I haven't changed anything. I've been sitting here literally doing nothing apart from driving, and suddenly the stream's decided it's going to start fucking up. So yeah, I mean, this is a really good headset microphone, but I do want a proper one so I can actually like move around and do other stuff rather than being tethered to this fucking thing. I just gotta find. Oh shit! I stepped over then. I've just gotta find like a decent one for a decent price and actually have money to buy it. You know, we could buy a T72. Yeah, I think we've discussed this at some point in the past. So yeah, I don't really want a T72. I can't take it to work with me. Although I could. I'd take it straight to work. But it'd probably take longer because it's so fucking slow. Here we go. Fuel in 700 meters. Maybe 700 miles. Don't fire the gun with your arm behind the breech. Here we go. BTR and UAZ. Holy shit, my life will be complete. I think it's one of those things that if you actually bought one, it'd be fun for the first couple of hours, and then you'd be like, God, it's loud and like uncomfortable and hot. Like they're not built for comfort. Well, I think retrofitting a BTR would be pretty cool. Like putting like nice seats and sound dampening and, you know, an engine that's not designed to go up the side of a cliff. Maybe one that actually goes fast. Maybe some road tyres. You can legally own a BTR in Sweden as long as the gun is disabled. Oh, that's interesting. You can probably legally own one in Australia under certain... There's probably some special permit you can get to own one as long as, yeah, shit like that's disabled. Because the gun laws in Australia are pretty strict. And I don't think owning a fucking cannon is oh shit, I cut that car off. Yeah, I don't think the government's going to like it very much if you own a cannon, so... Ooh. I think you pretty much own anything as long as it's, you know, disabled and roadworthy. Look at the cows! Moo! Move over! Move over! Yes. This has been an interesting stream. Like that, the first stream I did today was the girl and the robot, and that was pretty average. I didn't enjoy that very much. I don't think anyone's really going to. You have to be hardcore into 3D puzzle games in order to really like that. But it was, I mean, it was okay. It's cheap. It's on Steam, so can't complain too much. I need to get across here. Womp. Yes, look at that. Perfect. Can't own disabled guns in the UK like firearms. Oh, okay. I think that maybe they're worried that people are going to re-enable it. Not without a license. Yeah, well, I assume that you can't own a disabled gun here in Australia without a license either, I'm guessing. You can legally own one with a working cannon as well if you want to go through the shit ton of paperwork. We have to be able to shoot smoke grenades and flares. That'd be awesome! Heading down the highway, some fucker's in your way and you're like, smoke grenade! Or flare. Flare would be even better. Flare would still do damage. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I don't really see a reason not to. I mean, to be honest, I don't really see a need to have guns. But I think if you are in a world where guns are already here, then yes, everybody should require a gun permit and a strict one. The problem is in the US is like gun ownership is protected, and you're like they have the opinion that they are entitled to guns, and it's always been that way. And I guess in your country that is the prevailing opinion. But it's never been that way in Australia. It's always, you've always had to have a permit. You have to have a valid reason for having one. So we have a different outlook, I guess. Need a type of license for airsoft guns as well. Yeah, I still don't think you can buy, like in the particular state that I live in, I don't think you can even buy like paintball guns. Like they're not actually legal. I think they're talking about starting up a paintball, you know, like a paintball area. What would you call it? Paintball business here. And I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't really care that much, but it's a thing that's happening, so. Apparently you get a license if you to own a replica BB gun without special colourings. You can also own disabled guns. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, airsoft guns were illegal here for ages, so. Yeah, there's not many paintball guns that actually look like real guns because they've got to have that massive catcher, like, hopper thing on them with all the paintballs in it. So, it's not like many people are going to look at that and go, oh my god, a real gun, even though it shoots pellet. I mean, it still hurts, but it's not likely to kill you. Dun, dun, dun. I've dropped 1,200 frames. It's a lot of frames people aren't getting. It all comes in batches, which is weird. See if you can commandeer the town. Yes. Yes, that would be funny. 343 k's to go. We're not far now. To the Holy Land. The Holy Wetland. Oh, engine malfunction. Not going to get far with that. Someone I used to play with had a magazine fed one, unless you look closely, look like a saw. Well, that's pretty cool. I think you can fit a lot less paintballs in a like a. I suppose in a saw you could fit it in the box. So that'd be okay. So. I love the saw when I'm playing in Arma 3. It's my favourite gun. Not for any particular reason apart from it's really loud and big. Some guys did a fake terrorist attack to warn against terrorism. Yeah, that won't get you put in jail at all. I don't think spreading fear is a good way to combat terrorism. It kind of is terrorism, really. Spreading terror to ward against terrorism? No. Unless it's government sanctioned terror. In which case it's okay, apparently. The mini-me? Never heard of the mini-me before. I shall call him mini-me. 297 Ks. It's like a saw chambered on a 47 round, and since that was the caliber of the paint. Oh shit! Hello! Hello everybody! How we doing? What the fuck is this bloody van doing? Jesus Christ. Well, I don't think I'm going to be getting out of here anytime soon. Ah! Come on, dude, move. Fucking jackknifed in the middle of the highway, blocking cars in every direction. Man, my truck is fucked. Take someone else's weapon and make it better. I may have climbed on top of a castle in Lithuania and switched their flag to a Swedish flag. Why? Why? I mean, it'd be funny, I guess, but why? Like, I know, let's piss off the Lithuanians. Don't drive and stream, look what happens. I don't read the chat and stream, I think is what the takeaway is there. Man, I'm still getting massive amounts of drop frames. I should have finished this stream ago. I should have got out while the goal and getting out was good. Oh, god damn it, come on. It won't start. Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. Yes. And now I'm in a castle. Yeah, I don't think putting a flag on it gives you dibs. In behind Stokes. Whatever that means. Stream must be over. Yeah, Stone Song's just arrived. Stream's almost finished. Stone Song says I went and bought a truck. Well, why not? We're playing Euro Truck Sim. Oh, is that one open? Can I just fly through there? That would be hilarious if I could. I might check that next time. It's my castle since I put a flag on it. That's how it works in games. It must be how it works in real life. If Mario has taught me anything, if you put a flag on a castle, it becomes yours. I hope it's better than this one. This one's kind of broke. Didn't you play as Paras, in a few missions ago in Armour? Maybe. I don't really remember. Like that I put online? Possibly, that maybe months ago. 2001 Ford F-150. Oh, interesting. Is that the Ford F-150 Lightning, or is it just a standard Ford F-150? I know the Lightning model has, like, I think the Corvette engine in it, which is the same engine as in my car, actually. $8,900 and 89,000 original miles. Can't be 8,900. 8,900 is like 30,000 Ks. You want to DSL's videos for a bit? Possibly. I don't watch just like these videos most of the time. Unless it's particularly interesting, or I have less I think I might actually be in. Self-centered, I know, but that's what it is. What a goddamn Harley. Every time I listen, like I see someone in a Harley go past, I'm like, why do they never get pulled over for noise pollution? Maybe they do. Maybe they get pulled over all the time. Like, if my car was as loud as a Harley, I'd get pulled over constantly. When you said you bought a truck, I assumed it meant like a truck, like a, you know, a truck. I'm trying to find a view that's in front of the truck. I'm not finding one. A truck. Not a, what we would call a ute. Harleys are okay, it's not really my taste. Too loud and driven by the sort of people I don't really associate with, so. Yeah. 216 Ks. We get close now. It's the equivalent of me driving from here, Hobart, to Campbelltown, probably. Probably further than Campbelltown, actually. But I can't think of any towns that are north of Campbelltown from Hobart. Pickup truck. So Stones, I missed it. Is it the actual Lightning one with the enormous V8 engine, or is it just like a, I don't know what the F-150s would have otherwise? Like there's actually a few F-150s around where I live. Presumably, I'm presuming they converted to right-hand drive. Like you see them every now and again. I think they may have sold them here at some point. Open fire with smoke grenades next to you. 200 k's to go. I'm about to fall asleep. I might pull in somewhere so I can drive at night rather than daytime. It's the V8. Oh, cool. Was it a 5.7? Is it the LS1 V8 or is it the older 5-litre one? Come on, start your bastard. I'm going to try going through this one. It's probably going to end horribly. Oh, it's open. Sweet. No, it's not. Clonk. Now I got to back it up. Let's go. What are they talking about? I think they're talking about Challenger tank or something. Challenger something. Oh, I could have stopped there. Fuck. Next one. Oh, come on. I have to actually go somewhere and get it repaired. Longest ever tank versus tank kill was done in Desert Storm by Challenger 1. Did you know that? Driving along in my truck. My bug rig. I need to draft somebody. Here we go. Now we'll be hammering. Come on, 60 kilometers an hour. That's not moving. I'm guessing those checkpoints are for like different countries. You know, one thing that surprised me about I've only ever been outside the country once, and I went to 2 different countries. Neither of the countries had like customs. Like Australia has customs. Obviously, when you arrive, you've got to go through customs, and they check your thing for fruit and vegetables and make sure you're not a terrorist and whatnot. But when I went to these places, you basically just got off the ship and just walked around. There was no customs. There was nothing like that. So that sort of surprised me a bit. One of the places I went to was it starts with V. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. It's north of Australia, north-east-ish. But yeah, I was just really surprised. There was like, they're like tropical island type countries, and yeah, I just assumed everywhere would have like a official customs sort of area. It was actually, most of the customs were actually organised by the cruise ship themselves. You sort of had to you had to have your pass so you could get out. It wasn't even a passport, it was just a pass. So you could get on and off the boat. So, yeah, that's surprising. Like places like this, apparently you just like pay your toll and go through, so interesting. Come on. Hasn't been hit by cold stuffing, it hasn't. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm presuming you're talking about tanks. But I don't really know anything about tanks, so... You should play the US truck sim. I can. I actually don't like the US one as much as the Euro one. The US one is a bit... There's less different types of scenery, and the roads are less interesting. So... I have played it previously. But I decided to play Euro Truck Sim today. Why? Because I can. Because I like driving trucks around. Talking to chat. 128 kilometers to go. That's the equivalent of me driving from here to... Nothing's 130 kilometers away. Probably Swansea from here. That'd be roughly 128k. 128. Yeah, 128 k's. The truck are as tired as you are now. Okay. Yes, it probably is. Yes, it's very tired. Now I look at it, I'm going to start falling asleep soon. I really need to find somewhere to sleep. I haven't been checking. Here we go, there's a rest stop up ahead. I'm not going to bother getting any fuel because I'm not going to need any. And sleep. Oh yeah, midnight driving. This guy got his full 8 hours. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Come on, engine. You can do it. Still waiting for this thing to start. Come on. It's gonna be late morning. Sun will have risen. Man, this headset makes me easy, G. Helion V says he wouldn't mind getting some slick myself soon. Well, we've only got 102 kilometers to go. Do some warming up of the tyres. High beam everybody in my way. Perfect. Turn my hazards on because I'm a bit of a hazard. Driving backwards with you. Yes. It's nice looking outside for once. Just for funs. Look at me go. Oh shit, stole. That's not good. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're back. Did anybody get up to anything interesting on the weekend? Anything they wish to share? I did pretty much nothing except sit in bed, watch Gilmore Girls, and play D&D. Not necessarily in that order. GTA Truck Simulator. Malfunction again. There we go, we're off again. 64 k's to go. I don't reckon we'll make it. We have another crash. If we have another crash, we'll be screwed. Catch you later, Snow Ripper. See you next time. Make sure you check in on the podcast tonight. We're streaming in a number of hours, 10 hours. There we go. It's kind of like GTA. And boop. Fuck, I turned the engine off. Shit, shit. That was a mistake. Come on. He's not happy. People are banking up behind me. Get my shit together. There we go. They continuously talk about dab tags. Yeah, exactly. This is why we had the Discord. I was going to put a Discord channel. It's like they can go off and talk to Discord. We can ignore them. I don't have no real interest in the minutiae of tanks. It's not. Doesn't really excite me at all. I'm glad they have something to talk about, but yeah, it doesn't really. Not that exciting to me either. Start talking about politics again. Casual racism. Do we have a Discord? Nope, but well, actually, technically we do, but I haven't given out the thing to anyone yet. Once I've sort of tested it and it's all up and working and all good, I'll it'll be I'll stick a link in the description and I'll put it on screen and people can join. And it'll just be up all the time, so if people want to jump in and talk, like because I'm on my computer fucking like 16 hours a day, so. So if you want to talk, you can get on and talk, and say hellos. Also need to figure out a way to actually integrate it into YouTube chat, so hopefully people don't have to switch in between, but I don't know if it's going to be I don't know if it'll be a actual possibility. 12 kilometers to go. We have almost reached the promised land. Many packets were lost along the way, but hopefully we'll make it. Much damage was done, but we will deliver whatever it is we're delivering. I didn't even look at what we actually had. This is the logs, I think. We will deliver these logs because they're important. People may be waiting for them. I build them into chairs and tables and other things you make logs from. I can have Discord and YouTube chat. Yeah, well, it's mostly so we didn't have to actually open YouTube chat if we didn't really want to. It's probably a Discord app for the phone, but yeah. Basically have it so it appears on screen and on chat as well. Yeah, I haven't exactly looked into it extremely closely, but that's what I intended to do, and it may not end up working out that way. But 1 kilometer to go. You can't type and watch on a single screen. Yeah, I've discovered a recruitment agency. Huzzah! delivering nuclear warheads hidden in logs. No one will suspect that. Oh, engine malfunction. Brake! Brake! Oh, ow! One last whack before we actually deliver our logs. Go off on a tangent. Done! I did a tolerable job. I don't know how I absolutely fucked their thing. Okay, but well, yeah, I'll take tolerable. Cool. Done. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Check out my Twitter. If you haven't seen my Twitter before, check out my blog. I haven't posted anything for ages, but you should check it out. If you haven't seen my YouTube channel before, there's a lot of armor related stuff on there. There's also a lot of other streams. I just stream like 3 or 4 times a week, so there's a lot of armor, a lot of just related stuff on there. I play a lot of like new games, just do first looks at them. So go and check it out. Thanks very much for Callum for moderating the chat. Thanks for Lyman for hijacking the chat with Tank Talk. Thanks to Victor and Lempos and everyone else who was here from the start. And I shall see you all. Oh, actually, I'll see you all for the WePlay podcast tonight. It's at 9 PM, which is in about a little under 10 hours. So if you're interested and you're around, come and jump on my channel, and I shall see you all then. Bye. Bye.